The pregnant woman was actually a top assassin. At that moment, she was approaching her target. She immediately pretended to show discomfort due to her pregnancy, sending the security away to find her a drink. Using those precious seconds, the woman quickly moved closer to the target, and while he was not paying attention, swapped his phone. The phone was programmed to release electromagnetic waves at the scheduled time. The Russian ambassador, who had undergone heart bypass surgery, began to convulse. The plan proceeded smoothly. The scene fell into chaos, and the entourage immediately called for emergency assistance. However, just as she was about to take the elevator to escape, a guard also rushed in. As the only outsider, the woman aroused the guard's suspicion. Facing exposure, she responded calmly and struck first. The woman was agile, every move clean and decisive. The opponent raised a knife and stabbed her fake belly, exposing her disguise. The woman pulled out the knife and stabbed the guard, seized his weapon, and prepared to break out by force. She moved through the crossfire as if possessing extraordinary skill and luck, but she was not fighting alone. Her partners behind the scenes had already prepared her retreat, informing her that she could safely escape through the staff passage. However, to avoid being tracked, the woman created a decoy escape route. When security broke in and discovered the opening, they believed the assassin had already left the building, but that was an illusion. At that moment, she entered the stairwell to change her disguise. She removed the golden wig, put on the prepared hotel uniform, and walked naturally into the lobby. Although security had been deployed throughout the building, her appearance no longer matched the target description. Thus, the woman successfully escaped from the hotel. Unexpectedly, her support team was suddenly attacked. The liaison was knocked out before he could react. A man forcibly altered the escape coordinates, eager to meet the woman face to face, for he was her father, long believed dead, and he intended to use this opportunity to extract her from the assassin organization. Following the coordinates, the woman arrived at the subway station and performed a second disguise. In a blind spot of the escalator's surveillance cameras, she changed into another outfit in just 10 seconds. Meanwhile, her father had arrived early at the designated location. Using a baby carriage, he intercepted her partner's vehicle, attacked the two, and stole their car. However, a scratch on the headlights made him uneasy. Such a flaw would easily arouse the woman's suspicion. There was no time to overthink. He drove to the destination and waited for her to appear. As a top assassin, the woman possessed exceptional observation skills. The mark on the headlights instantly alerted her that something was wrong. An organization as strict as hers would never make such a mistake. Sensing danger, she turned and ran, melting into the dense crowd. She drew her weapon, and at the sound of gunfire, the entire block descended into panic. For her, however, this chaos provided the safest cover. The man attempted to get out of the car to pursue her, but patrol officers had already identified and surrounded him.